Just when all these side characters appears in Spy Family, I just can't. When one introduce one side character, I just end up loving. Just keep introducing them more. Like a while back with Bill. The huge 6-year-old playing dodgeball, and then you get Daybreak from the last week's episode. The wannabe spy, the cheap spy for hire. And then you introduce with George. That. Which at the end I kind of feel bad for the kid though, but at the same time because he put on the whole thing is that it opens up with George at his place. He misunderstood what his father was saying, and he only heard part of it. So and his whole thing he wanted to destroy Damien, and so that because it turns out he's the one who hired Daybreak. He gave his old butler like about 3 weeks worth of allowance to hire Daybreak to change the grades for Damien for his exams, so he would fail and get him expelled, or get a Thunderbolt or whatever. So he hired him. So and the whole thing that now he thinks his company's going bankrupt and giving Damien and everyone around Anya, Becky, Damien's little lackeys. Giving them the whole sob story, Which, firstly, I gotta say though, when I first saw George, I thought he was like a smaller version of a Frankenstein, just way he has like the flat head and the monster of sad eyes and face looking. I thought he was like a smaller version of a Frankenstein. So I thought it was like, wait, is this like the human child of Frankenstein, But George, he was just outright riot in this. He was a riot to watch in this episode. Just like I said, he was giving everyone his whole sob story, that how his dad's company's going bankrupt, and everyone feels so sorry for him, that how he explained how he tried to ruin Damien but failed. So he's gonna end up because once again, like I said, he misunderstood at the start of this what his dad was on the phone. Right? He misunderstood. He only heard part of it. So now he thinks he's not gonna be able to come back to school, and Anya, everyone is feeling sorry for him. So they're first being all nice to him. You're like, oh, here, I'll buy you a juice. Here, and they're all just end up giving everyone's just giving him gifts. Everyone's being so surrounded, like other school kids are surrounding him. Like, hey, feel sorry for him, right? and everyone, and he was just feeling really happy about that, which I originally thought it was all just a part of a plan, to make people pity him, but they somehow do a turnaround to had a little plan to somehow destroy Damien though. But it turns out it wasn't though. He just felt like he really was. He felt like he really was not. He's not going to go to school no more. Everyone's giving him gifts and flowers, and up until the moment where when he goes back to his father. Right, and it's saying that the whole horror expression that he had, that his father said he's not going bankrupt. He's, just what was it? He wasn't going bankrupt. But just it was some influence with Damien's father. But he wasn't going bankrupt though. And because then all of a sudden his father was telling George, saying, how was school? Did you do your homework? Just go back to school. Just go to school tomorrow as usual, right? And just with that moment. George's heart stopped. His heart just dropped down to the floor, like all of the gifts he dropped, right? And now he goes back to school, which I was feeling bad for the kid, because now everyone just hates him now. Because all that was a big lie, and everyone was just hates him now. I just couldn't help but feel sorry for the kid, and even just Anya was like. A little pat on the back or the head, for the shoulder, for him, I mean, Spy Family, they just can't stop introducing these characters. You just end up falling, as likable or lovable you can be. It just, like I said, Spy Family just never fails to impress me. I mean, George, first, like all the characters I mentioned, and. George, he's just another a hilarious addition to the side characters I've enjoyed, And then you get then they introduce with the second half of this episode where Anya, where she oversleeps and she goes to school, right? And she goes to her room and sees that Anya left something on her desk, and it's her gym clothes, right? So she assumes, but she's also she's the best mom there is. She's the best mom there is, and how thinking that if she forgot her gym clothes and they have gym today, she's worried that she might get in trouble, right? And just kind of like puts in that same state of mind how Anya thinks, So you think that Yor and Anya may have more in common than you think, because they're always thinking they always assume the worst. Something bad will happen, right? And so Yor thinking she's gonna get in trouble because she's thinking about best grandpa. Henderson, thinking, oh, you're in trouble, you're gonna whatever. So she goes to school on her way to school. No, and she's waiting. There's this old lady above her. She sets a potted flower on the window and it falls, and then just that instantly sees the pot falling, and just with her lightning reflexes, she just goes and kicks. Well, she catches with her foot, does almost a bat kip up flip, and just kicks the whole pot right back up there, right safely into the old lady's arms, not noticing a thing. I mean, I just love Yor so much. She's a badass, but also she's a badass assassin, which is excellent. Skills, but she's just a worry mom, thinking that thinking her daughter's gonna be in trouble, and so when she gets to school, she's worried about being seen, so she's climbing up the walls, which the kids are saying, "Oh, there's a Spider Woman around," and one kid in a classroom sees the Yor, giving the creepy look, is like, "Ah, the Spider Woman!" Oh my god. See, this is the stuff that I love about Spy Family. This is why it's my favorite anime of this year. This is why this is why I think I put this above Chainsaw Man. Yeah, even though we're 5 episodes into Chainsaw Man, but even though I love what's going on in that show though, but thing is though, but I keep saying with Spy Family, it has a perfect balance, with a little bit of drama with the especially the humor of our characters, especially our of the Forager family and all the other side characters I've enjoyed, and why I put this up still this is my favorite anime of this year, But Chainsaw Man, like I said, is coming very close second, though. But just like I said, this is why I think Spy Family is still above all the other ones I've seen. Because all these moments, these character moments sprinkled out throughout the whole series, is why I have enjoyed this series so much, And so when she finally finds Anya, tells to give this to her, and then Anya goes and says, I don't have gym today. So that's why I left it there. Just Yor's face is like, oh. And then Anya, she just goes and slowly just pats her mom on the back, saying it's all right, And then she meets back with Lloyd, where saying, oh, I had a house call to see a patient, right? And so before I go back to the hospital, why don't we just get some lunch, So this is why I just like the Forger family, Lloyd. It's like with Lloyd, right? Yeah, even though this whole fake marriage is all for the sake of the mission on paper, right? But then, his feelings with Yor and Anya being the best husband and the best father, it's the same thing with Yor. She's the best, trying to be the best wife, best mother she can. Even though they still keeping their own true identities a secret. They're the best, and with all the throwing in Anya, the telepath, and who still is a child, but just all these her reactions and all the shenanigans she goes through, and now the addition of Bond, with the dog Bond, right? This is the best anime family I have seen. Each one of them has their own unique talents, and just makes me love the show even more, and just the whole thing with the whole embarrassing riot with George. Or at the end, I felt sorry for the kid, just. He thought he was gonna be homeless and not going to school no more, putting on this whole pity act, right? His little pity party. And then until he found, because he misunderstood what his father was saying on the phone call, he only got part of it. And at the end, he had to go back to school knowing that he misunderstood and everything he was doing was all for nothing. And now everyone first was like loving him, feeling sorry for him, and now they all just all hate his guts now. And that's why I just felt sorry for the kid a lot, you know. So Spy Family, episode 18, where I remember, 18. No, sorry, 19. 19, that's my episode 19. 19. Which is, once again, another 10 out of 10 episode. All the episodes I've seen, they keep on projectile, and like I said, they never fail to impress me. It keeps on just banging out 10 out of 10 episodes each and every single time, you know. Man, it gives me just more out of breath because it makes me so excited. This show makes me so happy and excited about, you know. So yeah, another fantastic, awesome episode of Spy Family, episode 19. Once again, thumbs up for this. Absolutely love the characters, love everything about Spy Family. Once again, I can't wait to see the next one. So that's episode 19 of Spy Family. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode review and more videos, and we'll see you next time. Later.